Chris Brown is ready to tell it all, and by the looks of it, he knows a thing or two about Diddy and Jay-Z. Specifically, Chris hinted that something is going on between the two.
How is your relationship with Jay-Z?
Keep it moving. I really just don't have a. I don't have a. What is it? Like a path that where me and him cross.
Where it crosses, right?
Or where we like, hey, we doing this, so we got.
And before you say that, he is only trying to get back on Jay-Z after their beef. Let me beat you to it and tell you he is not, because more people are starting to talk as well. Words in the street reveal that things are getting pretty nasty in the industry, and Diddy's secrets are only the beginning of more dark truths that are about to get exposed.
Really, to I see this man being fruity, does a man like other men? I think he's brother love. He love other men.
So make sure you buckle up and let's get started. Diddy had been the talk of the town for weeks now, and after Cassie dropped the bombshell lawsuit, it seems like he is not getting any rest from the controversy this holiday season. And if you have been following the news, I'm sure you are aware of how Cassie accused Diddy of unimaginable things. From abuse to forcing her to freak out with other males, the things she had to endure were just terrible. Gene Deal, who used to work as a bodyguard for Diddy, talked about this and narrated how Diddy would hire these people to satisfy himself.
You know, he hiring the people, he gonna put it all on her. Cause she knew what he liked. Cause she wasn't just hiring it for her. Don't get that effed up, Art. If you think that she was just hiring those male prostitutes for herself, nah.
Speaking of freak-offs, a lot of people are starting to comment about this particular matter, and it seems like Cassie was not the first and last person Diddy put in such a situation. And let me tell you, you won't believe who the other person is. Well, I think you might already have guessed by now, but let me break it down for you. Recently, random people have been popping out with their accusations against Diddy. At this point, every day is a surprise, and Diddy had to deal with one lawsuit after another. And while the issue seemingly continues to stretch out, things are about to get worse after the 5th lawsuit was filed just a few weeks ago. But this is nothing compared to the other accusations Diddy has to face.
What did Cassie tell you about these freak-offs?
You know, that he would hire these, like, workers, and, like, they would have, you know, with her or whatever, and he would watch.
This is where Jay-Z enters the picture. Close sources to the rapper mentioned how he and Diddy are pretty solid, and their friendship continues to stand strong despite all the crazy things that have been going on with Diddy at the moment. Because of this, people started speculating why Jay-Z decided to stick around after others realized it was better to cut all ties with Diddy to avoid falling in love with him. Well, 50 Cent has his own opinion about that. In an interview, 50 accused the two of being more than just friends. Yes, the rumors about them have been going around for years, but they get more serious when someone like 50 talks about them. In a radio show, 50 also shared a story about one time when Diddy's gesture made him very uncomfortable.
What is he talking about?
Ensign has gone off.
When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say?
Remember when Cassie mentioned the freak-offs and how Diddy would force her to do all of that? Well, now there are rumors that Jay-Z and Diddy would also do the same, and this had been going on for a year. Matters escalated pretty quickly after 50 uploaded a video of Diddy slapping Jay-Z's behind during a show, and the reactions from people on the internet were wild. And then we have Chris Brown, who had a long-standing beef with Jay-Z. As expected, he has a few stories to tell as well. First up, he mentioned how Diddy used to not like him. Yes, you heard that right. In an interview, Chris mentioned how Puff literally turned him down during their initial meeting.
Talk to y'all, you know, can he go outside for a second? We're gonna just talk. They was like, nah, we don't want him.
They didn't want you.
Nah, they didn't want me. So I was like, as a 12, 13-year-old, I was in that elevator probably crying like a mug. So
because of this, he didn't want to sign Chris at all, but we all know what happened after that. And ever since, he has been pretty close with Diddy. It even got to the point where Diddy decided to open his Miami home to him and Rihanna when the ex-couple was having a rough patch in their relationship. And while there was tons of criticism when this happened, Diddy explained his decision. When asked about it, Diddy mentioned that all he did was help a friend. Nothing more, nothing less. But while Diddy was showing support for Chris during the issue with Rihanna, Jay-Z was doing the total opposite. This is where the beef started, and the two have been dissing each other ever since. Everyone was kind of expecting this in the first place since Jay-Z is super close with Rihanna. Their relationship is so strong that Jay allegedly proclaimed that he would finish him, and by him, he meant Chris Brown. However, while rumors between the two had been going back and forth for years now, Chris recently debunked one of the many. When asked about it, the singer revealed that while everyone had been talking about it, it was not true that Jay-Z tried to end his career. There was also another instance in which Chris mentioned that he hadn't met Jay-Z in a long time, and while this might sound like bad news, there's actually nothing going on between them.
I don't really have one.
Never had?
I mean, every time I've been around him and sat around him, it's always been cool. It's never been like any hate. I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? You good? Boom. Okay. And just keep it moving.
At least that's what he said. Despite all this, other people have been saying otherwise. In fact, a person who worked with Jay-Z before confirmed that his former boss likes trampling on people's careers. And from what he said, Jay-Z doesn't care who you are. If you are in his path, he will step on you just to get on top.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them.
The former bodyguard didn't hold back and name-dropped a few people who sadly experienced the wrath of the power couple.
I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you.
He also opened up about the truth behind Jay and Beyonce's marriage and revealed that the two walked down the aisle not because of love, but because of money. The bodyguard didn't stop there. He also mentioned how Jay-Z used to treat Beyonce pretty badly. There was even a moment in their relationship when Jay influenced Queen Bee to start using drugs.
Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
Soon after, fans started connecting the dots and pointed out how there is an eerie similarity between what happened to Cassie and Beyonce. And if what the bodyguard said is true, then I think we can all agree that Jay-Z and Diddy are not the best when it comes to handling their relationships with their partners. Moving on, Jaguar Wright's statements also started to resurface. This time, she made shocking revelations about Jay-Z, Diddy, and everything she knew about their very interesting relationship. And she was not beating the bush. She alleged that Jay-Z was involved in a lot of deaths in the industry. From Big L to Biggie, Jaguar made it clear how Jay-Z is connected to most of it. Jaguar also made the point that Diddy might also be involved. This is because the number of his associates who died or got sick had been suspiciously high. And at this point, one would even say that being with Diddy is a life hazard.
Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead.
What's it?
Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack.
Of course, we can't forget about Aaliyah and R. Kelly. Based on Jaguar, Jay is very aware of how R. Kelly was sexual abusing Aaliyah, but he didn't say a thing about it. This was seconded by Dame Dash, who revealed how Jay-Z even decided to go on a world tour with Kelly after everything happened.
I was just shocked at how long he got away with it. How many people turned and looked the other way. How many people were still, involved with him in any kind of way, knowing all those things.
There were also rumors that Jay-Z played a role in the sudden death of Aaliyah. On top of that, there are even conspiracy theories saying that her death was some kind of human sacrifice, mainly because reports revealed that the singer was seen being carried to the plane before it crashed. Soon after, people thought it through and believed that this was not just a mere coincidence. Going back to Jaguar, she then touched on a very controversial topic, now involving Kanye West and the infamous Hollywood elites. While Kanye has been involved in a handful of controversies of his own, it doesn't stop him from talking about other controversial people. And by that, I mean Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce. He claimed that unlike the trio, the Hollywood elites can't control him, and that's what sets them apart.
They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody, so let's get on the phone and let's talk that out.
And now this. After Cassie filed the lawsuit, Diddy was once again the center of attention. But we all know it's not for good reasons. Soon after, rumors from the past made their way to the surface, and people couldn't stop talking about the possible connection between the lawsuit and all the very dubious activities in which Diddy had been involved throughout the years. And yes, more people are coming out of the woodwork with their accusations. Jay-Z may not be the last person to be added to the list. At this point, anything is possible. With Chris Brown, Jaguar Wright, Kanye West, and many more just waiting for the perfect timing to tell their own stories, I think we can all agree that it will be a long year ahead of Diddy. How about you? Let us know what you think in the comment below. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more.